Welcome to Critical Me Review. I saw Coming to America 2. Where do I start with this? I mean, you gotta start with the original, right? That's what has us here 30 years ago. The first Coming to America came out in the late 80s, and it's dubbed a classic. One of Eddie Murphy's iconic performances, and now his character being brought back to life 30 years later. So let's go right in with the story. So I thought it was an interesting idea, the concept, right? Basically, he is going back to get, he supposedly has a son in America, which he was there that period of time, so it could have happened. The story was there. It just kind of felt like the way it navigated it a little bit was clumsy. And I don't want to get into any spoilers with it. Some people will be absolutely fine with it, and it's like, okay, this is good. You know, it's an Amazon movie, so this is not a movie you're paying $20 in the theater, but you do have a subscription to Amazon that you pay every month. So if you're technically not buying things, you know, you've spent money to definitely watch this film. As far as the way they just navigated it, there were some parts that I really liked the characters, and they had you know, so many people made cameos in this. But let's not get ahead of ourselves with the performance. We got to stick with the story. Where the art goes, very relevant with the times and a lot of the issues that we are seeing in society today. You know, movies seem to be a reflection of that, to where, hey, we want to face you with these situations. So it is just the way the times are. But ultimately, I am going to rate this story at a 6. Onto the entertainment value. This movie that comes with your Amazon Prime membership. So you're not necessarily having to take any money out to really see this movie. You just get to see it, or you know somebody that has it. So when cost kind of doesn't play a factor in it, but it is the matter of value of your time. I will be honest, like the dance sequences, I know that they kind of meant well with it, but as a dancer, I do feel like they kind of, I personally was not impressed with um, that element of it. And I feel like people, and I'm into dancing, so I like people that aren't into dancing. I don't even know. But you almost felt like, is this really what this movie's going to be? Like, I love dancing, but I just the way that I don't know. I don't know. Even with it being free and you can see it, I hoped to laugh more than I did at this film. You know, I feel like the bar is set so high that I need to bring it back. I need to bring it back to earth. I am going to rate it as well as a 6 for entertainment value. Um, next is the performances. I mean, you got a comic legend, Eddie Murphy. Morgan Freeman makes an appearance in this film. Arsenio Hall as well. And the list goes on and on. They had music people come in, and yes, this was no shortage of talent on this film. I will say, I just came across, I felt like almost people were trying too hard. And I get it. You're on stage and set with Eddie Murphy. Like, the stakes are high. I'm not going to go in there with the magnifying glass and say, hey, I love this performance and this performance. But definitely, yeah, this was tough. Like, if you're given this role, it's tough because you got your little slice of time, and you need to make it impactful. So it's walking that fine line, which is tough. This is tough. This is like, because so many people are so skeptical of something living up to something of the past. I want to see Coming to America, the first one, just to see if it really stands the test of time. I seen it when I was much younger, and it was a different time. So performances, I'm going to go 6 as well. Some people's performances were a 7 and 8, and some people's performances were a 3 or 4. Next is the artistry. So some of the scenes definitely look beautiful. The CG, like, they decided to do CG with some of these things, and I don't know if they just, to some people, the CG looks fine and amazing, but just, we are in 2021, and the CG with this, I'd kind of like to know, like, what the back end story was. If they just were way over budget and they just were like, this is what it's going to be for this. Some of the outfits again looked amazing, and some of them looked like a budget, like, so this movie has, just feel like, far disparities, because some things were done really well and some things just, this is, you're portraying royalty. Like, this is, again, the bar is set so high, it's hard to deliver. And I'm gonna go another 6. I don't know, the vibe. I wanted to laugh so much more. I feel like, I'm interested to see, like, what Eric Douglas would think of this film, how he would review this film. I think that he should review this film with, yeah. I mean, I'd be interested to see how he scores this film. So, but for the vibe, I just did not laugh as much as I thought I was going to laugh. 6s, solid 6. If you're intrigued by this storyline, the legend Eddie Murphy reimagining his film. I think there should be a director's cut of this film, because I do think that, I'd like to see that. I feel like you're dealing with Amazon, and I don't know whose hands got involved, but the director should do a cut on this. That's my take on this. I definitely would like to see everything that was shot reimagined in what they would have said, like a non-rated version of the film. So, Coming to America 2,